Top 10 unusual destinations around the world. Did you know that there are places on Earth so surreal? They look like scenes straight out of a fantasy book or a sci-fi movie. Imagine walking through a forest made of towering stone spires, or diving into a perfectly circular, glowing sinkhole in the middle of the ocean. Today, on the Top of the World, we're taking you far from the usual tourist hotspots to uncover the top 10 most unusual destinations on Earth. These rare gems are places where nature breaks the rules, geography gets weird, and legends come alive. Grab your passports, your sense of wonder, and maybe even your hiking boots, because some of these places can only be reached by the brave. Let's begin our adventure off the beaten path. Welcome to Socotra Island, a place that looks more like an alien planet than anything you'd find on Earth. Located off the coast of Yemen in the Arabian Sea, Socotra is renowned for its surreal and otherworldly biodiversity. Often referred to as the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean, over 30% of its plant life is found nowhere else on the planet, making it a living natural museum. The most iconic symbol of the island? The dragon's blood tree. A strange, umbrella-shaped tree with crimson-red sap that appears to bleed when cut, long revered by locals for its medicinal and mythical properties. But the island's strange beauty doesn't end there. Picture towering white sand dunes rolling into turquoise waters, vast limestone caves filled with ancient stalactites, and oddly shaped succulents like the desert rose that look like they belong in a sci-fi movie. You'll also find rare birds, reptiles, and insects that exist only here, untouched by time. With its remote location and limited access, Socotra remains one of the world's last truly unspoiled natural wonders. A dream destination for eco-travelers, photographers, and adventurers seeking the extraordinary. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. This is the world's largest salt flat, stretching over 10,000 square kilometers, a vast, blindingly white expanse that feels like stepping onto another planet. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water transforms the flat into a giant natural mirror, perfectly reflecting the sky and clouds above. The result is an endless illusion where the horizon disappears and it feels like you're walking in the sky. But there's more to explore beyond the mirror effect. You can stay in quirky salt hotels, where even the furniture is made entirely from salt blocks, and enjoy stargazing at night under crystal clear skies. Nearby, you'll find vibrant red and green lakes, colored by minerals and algae, often dotted with flamingos wading gracefully through the shallow waters. Don't miss the eerie train cemetery just outside the town of Uyuni, a haunting collection of rusting locomotives from Bolivia's past mining boom, now sitting still in the desert like a scene from a post-apocalyptic film. Whether you're a nature lover, a photographer, or just someone in search of something truly unique, Salar de Uyuni offers an unforgettable adventure. The door to hell, Turkmenistan. The Darvaza gas crater, also known as the Door to Hell, has been burning continuously since 1971. Located in the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan, this massive fiery pit was created when Soviet engineers accidentally collapsed an underground gas cavern while drilling. To prevent the spread of methane gas, they set it alight, assuming it would burn out within a few days. More than 5 decades later, the flames are still going strong, a mesmerizing and eerie spectacle of fire and heat rising from a 70-meter-wide crater. At night, the glow of the crater lights up the desert sky, creating an almost hellish scene that seems straight out of a dystopian movie. Despite its remote and inhospitable location, the crater has become a magnet for adventurers, thrill seekers, and photographers drawn to its surreal beauty and mystery. Camping near the edge of the crater has become a bucket list experience, where visitors can witness the raw, untamed power of nature and mankind's unintended consequences. The Darvaza gas crater is not just a fiery hole in the ground, it's a blazing reminder of how little control we truly have over the forces beneath our feet. Rainbow Mountains, Peru. Known locally as Vinicunca or Montaña de Siete Colores, these striking mountains are a natural masterpiece of vibrant stripes. Deep reds, bright yellows, soft greens, and even purples, created by the layering of mineral deposits over millions of years. The colors seem almost painted onto the landscape, giving the area a surreal, dreamlike quality that has made it one of Peru's most photographed destinations. Reaching the Rainbow Mountains isn't easy. The hike is challenging due to the high altitude, often over 5,000 meters, 16,000 feet, above sea level. But the journey is just as memorable as the destination. Along the way, you'll trek through stunning Andean valleys, pass herds of llamas and alpacas, and be warmly greeted by local Quechua people dressed in traditional colorful attire. As you ascend, the snow-capped peaks of the Andes frame the horizon, and the crisp mountain air fills your lungs. The moment you finally reach the viewpoint and see the full spectrum of colors stretched across the landscape, you realize it was all worth it. Vinicunca isn't just a geological wonder, it's a cultural and spiritual experience that connects visitors to the heart of the Peruvian Andes. Great Blue Hole, Belize. A massive marine sinkhole in the Caribbean Sea, the Great Blue Hole is one of the world's most iconic natural wonders. Measuring over 300 meters, 984 feet wide, and 125 meters, 410 feet deep, it forms a perfect circular chasm of deep blue water in the middle of the Belize Barrier Reef, the second largest coral reef system on Earth. Its sheer size and color contrast make it visible even from space. Originally formed as a limestone cave system during the last ice age, it collapsed as sea levels rose, leaving behind a submerged sinkhole filled with ancient stalactites, mysterious formations, and an array of marine life. For scuba divers, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Plunging into its dark depths reveals crystal-clear water, unique cave structures, and encounters with Caribbean reef sharks, giant groupers, and other deep-sea creatures. Even if diving isn't your thing, the Great Blue Hole is still breathtaking. Aerial helicopter or small plane tours offer a bird's-eye view of this natural phenomenon, showcasing its perfect symmetry and stunning turquoise surroundings. It's a place where science, mystery, and beauty collide, a bucket list destination for adventurers and nature lovers alike. Antelope Canyon, USA. Tucked away in the desert landscape of northern Arizona, Antelope Canyon is one of the most mesmerizing natural wonders in the United States. This narrow slot canyon, carved over thousands of years by flash floods and erosion, is famous for its smooth, wave-like sandstone walls that twist and turn in surreal patterns, almost as if sculpted by hand. Divided into two main sections, Upper and Lower Antelope Canyon, each offers a unique experience. Upper Antelope, known as the Crack, is more accessible and famous for its dramatic light beams that pierce through openings in the canyon ceiling, especially during midday in the summer months. Lower Antelope, or the Corkscrew, requires a bit more climbing and maneuvering, but rewards visitors with tighter passageways and more dynamic angles for exploration. The canyon's glowing red, orange, and pink hues change throughout the day as sunlight filters in, creating an ever-shifting palette of colors that makes it a dream location for photographers and nature lovers alike. Guided tours led by local Navajo guides not only provide access, but also share the cultural significance of the canyon to the Navajo people, adding depth to the visual spectacle. Whether you're there to take the perfect photo, marvel at nature's artistry, or simply soak in the quiet beauty of the desert, Antelope Canyon is an unforgettable encounter with the power of time, water, and light. The Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. The Giant's Causeway is a stunning natural wonder located along the rugged Antrim coast of Northern Ireland. Comprising more than 40,000 interlocking hexagonal basalt columns, this geological marvel was formed around 60 million years ago during intense volcanic activity. As the lava cooled rapidly, it cracked and contracted into the unique, tightly packed column shapes that now form natural stepping stones leading from the cliffs into the sea. But beyond its scientific origins, the Giant's Causeway is steeped in myth and folklore. According to legend, it was built by the Irish giant Finn McCool, who created the pathway to challenge his Scottish rival, Benandonner. In one version of the tale, Finn disguises himself as a baby to trick Benandonner into believing that if the baby is that big, the father must be enormous, prompting the frightened Scot to flee back across the sea, tearing up the causeway behind him. Today, this UNESCO World Heritage Site draws visitors from around the world, not only for its unusual geometric formations, but also for the dramatic coastal scenery, crashing waves, and the rich storytelling that surrounds it. Walking across the causeway stones, surrounded by cliffs and sea breeze, feels like stepping into a fairy tale, one where nature and myth blend seamlessly into one unforgettable landscape. The view of crashing waves and misty cliffs is unforgettable. The Ice Hotel, Sweden rebuilt every winter in the small village of Jukkasjärvi. Above the Arctic Circle in Swedish Lapland, the Ice Hotel is one of the most magical and ephemeral places on Earth. Made entirely from natural ice and snow harvested from the nearby Torne River, this architectural wonder is not just a hotel, it's a living art gallery. Each room is individually designed and sculpted by artists from around the world, transforming the hotel into a frozen museum where no two stays are ever the same. Guests sleep in thermal sleeping bags on ice beds topped with reindeer hides, surrounded by shimmering walls carved with intricate patterns, ice chandeliers, and glowing ambient lighting. There's even an ice chapel where couples come from across the globe to exchange vows in a fairy tale setting straight out of a winter dream. Beyond the rooms, visitors can enjoy ice bars, serving cocktails in glasses made of ice, snow saunas, and unique activities like dog sledding, snowmobiling, and Northern Lights excursions. As spring arrives, the entire hotel melts gracefully back into the river, a poetic return to nature that completes the cycle, only to be reborn again the following winter. The Ice Hotel isn't just a place to stay. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience where art, nature, and imagination come together in frozen harmony. Lake Hillier, Australia, nestled on Middle Island, off the coast of Western Australia, Lake Hillier is one of the most striking natural phenomena in the world. A vibrant, bubblegum pink lake that looks almost too surreal to be real. Its eye-catching color is the result of a unique combination of high salinity and the presence of microorganisms, particularly the algae Dunaliella salina, which produces a red pigment in response to sunlight. The lake's hue remains vivid year-round and, incredibly, even retains its pink color when bottled. Surrounded by a narrow strip of sand dunes and dense eucalyptus forest, and just meters away from the deep blue Southern Ocean, the color contrast between Lake Hillier and its surroundings is nothing short of spectacular. Because access to the island is limited, the best way to witness this natural wonder is from the air via a scenic flight, where the lake's striking color and perfect oval shape can be fully appreciated. Although swimming isn't currently allowed to protect the fragile ecosystem, the lake continues to fascinate scientists and travelers alike. Lake Hillier is more than just a visual oddity. It's a rare and beautiful reminder of the weird and wonderful surprises that nature still holds. Stone Forest, Madagascar. Known as Chingi de Bemaraha, this otherworldly forest in western Madagascar is unlike any other place on Earth. The name Chingi comes from a Malagasy word meaning where one cannot walk barefoot, a fitting description for the landscape. A vast labyrinth of sharp limestone pinnacles that rise like jagged needles toward the sky. These dramatic formations, sculpted over millions of years by wind and water erosion, create a surreal, spiky forest of stone that stretches as far as the eye can see. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the reserve is not just a geological wonder, but also a hotspot of biodiversity. Hidden within the crevices and towering spires are species found nowhere else on the planet, including rare lemurs, colorful chameleons, and over 100 species of birds. The park is a living example of evolution in isolation, where plants and animals have adapted in fascinating ways to survive in the razor-sharp terrain. Visitors can explore the Tsingy via rope bridges, wooden walkways, and narrow paths that wind through the stone forest, offering both thrilling adventure and incredible views. From narrow caves to panoramic plateaus, every step reveals something new. Tsingy de Bemaraha isn't just a destination. It's a natural fortress of stone, teeming with life and mystery, waiting to challenge and inspire the intrepid traveler. And there you have it, 10 of the most unusual and awe-inspiring destinations from around the globe. From burning craters to mirror lakes, pink seas to rainbow mountains, the world is full of surprises waiting to be discovered. Which one blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments below. Or better yet, have you visited any of these? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get weekly travel content that takes you to the top of the world and beyond. Until next time, keep exploring and never stop being curious.